Hello again from Porter Square Books. Tonight, we were hoping to launch our new reading series, Poets and Pints, a local poetry series at the Pemberton Market Greenhouse. We were very excited for it. The greenhouse is this wonderful, bright, airy, green space. It has this wonderful kind of lively air. You know, when you're surrounded by plants, the air kind of takes on this sense of life, and we were really excited to bring poetry from some local poets in that space and see what that does for poetry, what that does for the poets, and what that does for the audience. But unfortunately, we've had to cancel all of our events for March. So to do our best, I'm going to be reading from the featured poets collection, Moira J., Bury Me in Thunder, link in the bio because we're good at this. And we're going to be reading in our gardening section, our gardening and nature section, and I'm going to be reading to Lila's succulent, which is the plant we have in the store today. So again, if you like what you hear, please check out Moira's collection. It's 20% off our website at the moment, and look for Poets and Plants to start with Pemberton sometime. So Bury Me in Thunder is in 3 different sections, and so I'm going to read a couple of pieces, 1 or 2 pieces from each section. The first section, part 1, is called Cumulus. There's an epigraph from Joy Harjo, and it says, quote, "I've always had a theory that some of us are born with nerve endings longer than our bodies." The first poem I'm going to read is Young and Gaunt Wolves. Remember these of Somerset eves, grain silos as thrones, a sky, inked and toiled, sky space as fresh earth, an obsidian lake. Fireballs sit ready on Albertan farmland. This is a quip about Mormons and scorched fields of canola. Breath is hummed with cicada wings, beating, fog rolling into lungs with smokestack pillars, each new hand occupying the other, or a joint. My new girl tastes like limes and cornflakes, cheeks shivering 1,000 shades of pink with a tongue just as greedy. Our eyes act as anchors to keep this blue-collar town alive until we have the means to raise it. The next poem, also from part 1, is called The Lake Speaks to Its Birth. I hold caution between my young hands. I learn to be aware of the imaginary lakes and the houses that surround them, their cloudy mouths hosting teeth of privilege and kayaks that hang in garages like strung-up deer. Delicacies. Instead, I learn to build myself in the ovular blue in the backyard, where dead grass occupies shadows beneath quaking aspen, my hand a shovel working, furious and small, still unable to break past. Water lines and hard earth, and I will learn to water my lips with my drying tongue, hope reddening my cheeks with sun freckles and spots. I know in the evening my mother will fill the holes littered with my anxieties, placing a tarp to hold back decay from soaked earth before it settles into the lake and the homestead and our bed still haunted by its promises of life. Part 2 in the collection is called Mature, and it has an epigraph from Christos. My knee is wounded so badly that I limp constantly. Anger is my crutch. I hold myself upright with it. My knee is wounded. See how I am still walking. And the poem from this section I'm going to read is called Before the Land Breaks. Remember to hide your teeth, my grandfather says. The sunrise glare is cold and bright as I walk down the driveway, built of frost and stone. The air of plague that scrubs the sky clean of its freckles, with greenhouse glasses and atomic bomb testing. It steps over the fence, with hands outstretched, filled with oil, a dead fish. I know I must eventually open my mouth to receive it, yet have sewn my lips closed with a tin thread. You know we're professionals at this because I had to gesture wildly because the low battery warning popped up on the phone, and I'm sitting too far away from it to get it to go away. So if that reading was not as good as the other ones, I apologize. The third section in the collection is called Dissipating, and it has an epigraph from Leslie Marmon Silko. But as long as you remember what you have seen, then nothing is gone. As long as you remember it is part of the story, this story we have together. And the first poem I'm going to read from this section is Peach Slices on Bread. The food we split between ourselves mimics cellular mitosis, the womb of it blooming until at last the insides are scrambled. I don't remember our fingers knowing such want, but then again, I often forget our fixed nature. They say it is primal, but we have given it another name, optimism. The leaching pipe dream that clings to skin, air sticking in the sweet stench of rotted fruit and anxious moving hands. I won't tell you that this place we made is safe. Violence hangs just a peach slice away, the knife edging closer to our fingers. I know we want to start over, to make these parts of ourselves disappear. I won't tell you about the grain shortages, the water being poisoned and drained, our paradises full of mold. Why do I have to tell you anything? Your ears are too hungry to listen, even if it is necessary for you to know about the nagging famine at our door. And the last poem I'm going to read is the title poem, Bury Me in Thunder. This is the succulent's favorite poem. Bury me in thunder. There are dances trapped in my tendons. I run rivers around them. Streams and dams of blood seep into stretch marks like Nebraskan cornfields. In my marrow, there are wild horses. They are running. They are on fire. I am sent to the mountains, where grandfather said Creator lived to help us heal. I walk to the center of our pain in shoes made from teeth, one smashed by boot and gun barrel. None of them are mine, yet I am responsible for them. My grandfather said that the people here don't know how to sing the songs that close wounds. Even with my feet splintered, carrying the weight of ended voices, my hands are still soft, absent from the dangerously deceitful. I have buried ceremony under my fingernails like remnants of defense wounds. Even burdened by the myths of a wandering womb, one that holds my ancestors' memories, I have felt phantom weights hung on my hips like a child's arms, or a belt holding beads, or hoops or rope waiting to be thrown on the nearest mountain. I wish that, just like in stories of heroic deeds, I could kill the beast by tricking it to walk into my open jaw before closing my mouth, smiling. So thank you all for being with us this evening. If you like what you've heard, please support Maura and buy her book in the link in the bio. We hope to put this up on YouTube so you can see it again if you want to catch more of the succulent. We'll be posting more of these as the times keep people inside. So thank you all for all of your support, and we hope to see you all again online and in the store soon. Thank you. Ooh.